What's up? It's your girl, Intentional Bae. Back with another one. I am currently in my car at the pantry. It was like a food drive. I don't say it's a pantry. We call it pantry. It's like Wednesdays are pantry days, but it's more like a food drive. So we just drive through. We normally go to a church. Normally churches that give out this type of stuff. And we drive through, they put in our trunk, and then we just keep it moving. But you have to get here early in order to get something. So it starts at 5. We've been here since 4, and we're like, I don't know how many. We like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. We're probably like 13 in line or 14 in line, which is crazy because I'm like, what time these people getting here? They have to be getting here at 3, and waiting 2 hours is crazy. I'm not waiting that long. So the only thing I like about this one, this is our second one. We already went to our first one. That one's a little more streamlined, so it's a little bit faster. But for that one, you gotta go. They start at 1 o'clock. They pass out tickets. And then it gives you a time when you can come back. And so our time was at 2:30. And we got there like at 1:30. So we had really like wait an hour. And sometimes I try to Instacart in between that time, but there was no good Instacarts around that area. So we literally just like, I took Charlie to Burger King to go pee. And we kind of just like sat in the parking lot at Burger King. Because you can't, they say you can't, they don't want you lingering around that area because it's like a neighborhood behind the church. So yeah, and that was it. And then from there, we drove back to our side of town because the church that we're at now is like right down the street from my house. So I go to Charles's job because he works at a restaurant, and then we go through the stuff to see if he could take anything. Like sometimes they gave us like a whole chocolate cake from Costco and stuff, which we're not gonna eat because I'm really trying to limit our processed sugars. So I gave him that cake because sometimes he just gave it to his employees and they just eat it. So they gave us cookies and cake, which I gave to Charles, and like some chicken broth. Like sometimes they give you random stuff. And we also got like a box full of produce, but we're gonna take that. And they gave us some eggs right here. Here's some eggs. So yeah. And then once I did that, I did an Instacart. And now we are back here. Not back, but we're here. So I'm always yawning when I start recording. Okay, and then they had like a little playground here. I guess because maybe they got like a church, like a Sunday school or some type of school here. So they actually got 2 playgrounds, but the kids at the playground because it's really nice outside. It's like 60 degrees. So the kids at the playground. So me and the baby just chilling until like 5 o'clock. Only thing I don't like about this one is because it's not as streamlined as the other one. Like the first one is passing food out. Okay. This one, they want to pray for you and all that, which I don't mind. But they wait until it starts at 5 to pray. I feel like, because I used to go to this other church, I used to go to this other like food driving type thing at a church in another city, and they prayed for you before it started. So everybody was prayed for, and then once it started, we could just drive through. No, they want to pray for you once it starts. And we already been here for an hour, 2 hours, and then you hone us up to pray for us. Like they hold the whole line up just to pray. Like, and that's annoying, especially when we've been waiting for so long, you know? That's one thing I don't like about this church. Like, I don't like. And so, yeah. And they were like, oh, is there anything you want us to pray for? And I low-key want to be like, I pray for y'all to be faster. I pray for y'all to be more efficient in this damn food, this line. But no, that's rude. I ain't gonna say that. But yeah. See, this pantry, the one they be giving you stuff from Wegmans. in like Whole Foods and stuff. Like, I'm just not taking any type of food, y'all. Like, I'm just not taking any type of food. So, but yeah, what we're planning to eat for dinner tonight, hopefully they have like, I wanted like another little lettuce bowl, but we ain't had no lettuce. So, but we got a red leaf lettuce head at the first pantry. So, should be good. We should be good to go with that. And they gave us like 2 cabbages, which I had stopped eating cabbage for a while. But I might just, no real reason, honestly. I think it was because it was giving me gas and stuff, but I feel like all these greens be giving me gas. I eat hella greens, so it really don't matter. Whatever. I'm just going to cabbage. I'm going to eat it. But I got like 3 heads of cabbage now that I need to cook. Oh yeah, so I came up here because my baby, he is 6 months now, y'all. You 6 months? You 6 months? You're a big boy. Yeah. You big boy. He got teeth, y'all. He got 2 teeth at the bottom. And he loves to chew on my nipple. Ain't that right? You like to bite mommy nipple? Yeah, you do. And it hurts so bad. It do. It hurts. Yeah. Yeah, so he got 2 little teeth. He is crawling. He can hold his head up. Like, he grown. He a grown man. Almost. He ain't grown. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, he's doing really good, guys. Which I knew you would. Only thing, he's getting like this he got a really bad rash around his neck. I'm pretty sure it's from his drooling and stuff like that. Like, we try to keep a bib on him, but I don't know. I feel like the rash is not getting better. But I mean, he's still drooling, so I mean. And then, you know, he got a little chubby neck, so you can't really see. You can't really see on his neck like that. He got rolls, so you can't really see under it. So that be a thing too. But make sure we wash it really good and we put coconut oil on it. But we're gonna have to figure out something else because I don't think coconut oil is really working. So I thought about using calendula. I wish I had calendula oil, but I only have the herb. So, but to use the make calendula oil, I forgot what they call it. When you like mix it together, I forgot the name for it. I have it in my herb book, but I'm just gonna do like a I'm gonna just make calendula tea, and I'm not gonna put honey, nothing like that. I'm just gonna use the water. I'm gonna strain it, and I'm gonna use it like I'm just gonna rub it on his neck to see, like a little cotton ball, and I'm just gonna rub it around his neck just to see if that does anything. You want some milk? Is that what it is? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Shaka is running to the car. You need a pee? Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all, so Shaka just finished peeing. Yo, boys, it's so easy for them to pee. Like, when we're places and they don't have access to the bathroom, we have like this little pee bowl. Like, I don't know. Judge me all you want. If you got kids that you don't want them to pee on themselves, we got this little pee bowl. And yeah, this pee bowl right here. And, you know, boys, they can just like, you know, it's easy for them to pee. So he peed in it, I poured it out, and I got these little wipes right here. This little some wipes I probably got from my pantry. These wipes right here, disinfectant wipes. And got to clean it out like so, like that, and it's good for the next person. This is only for like emergencies only. So like when we're sitting here for like at least an hour. Well, no, it's probably 30 minutes now, but I don't want to pee on myself. But yeah, if y'all do this, or y'all got kids and y'all got like, you know, some emergency whatever type situation, so they don't pee on themselves, let me know, so I'm not the only person. Like I'm not sounding crazy, but even if I am, I don't care. I did what I had to do. Okay, y'all, but yeah, So yeah, he's 6 months. And like, it's crazy, like 6 months ago, I had my free birth. Like, I've had a free birth before, but I had like my second unassisted free birth. And I was just talking about yesterday, like the only thing I wish I did was I recorded it. I recorded up until an hour before I had him. I recorded up to my water broke, and then an hour later I had him. But we did not record that part at all. And I wish I did. Just to show niggas like, hey, I pushed this 10-pound baby out my vagina. And he low-key had showed dystocia. Like, I kind of want to talk about my birth story because I listened to somebody else's birth story yesterday, and it was very disheartening. Very disheartening. And I was like, I'll make this video. But yeah, everything was good. Like, I went into labor first. Like, I had him August 12th, right? I don't know, my calculations was all wrong because I had a wild pregnancy. So I did not see one doctor or nothing like that. I just saw the chiropractor. That was it. I didn't do any type of test, blood test, none, lab work. I didn't do none of that. Because I just had faith in myself and my body that I would push out a very healthy baby, whatever it was. And I had a little boy, obviously. But yeah, so my calculation was wrong. I thought I was going to have him like the end of July, early August, like maybe like the 2nd and 3rd. And then when that time came around, I was like, hold on, because I normally carry 40 weeks. Like, I don't usually go over. Like, I don't do like the 44 weeks like other people. No, 40 weeks, I'm normally having a baby a day of before or after. And yeah, so that came, and I was like, hold on, this might be a little off. I don't know how I got my calculations. I got it off the conception date because I just knew when I had this baby. Like, I knew when I got pregnant, I mean. And I don't know where I got my date from, but it was wrong as hell. And so I actually recalculated it, and I was like, oh, it said I'm not going to be due until like the 12th, the 13th or something, 14th. So I was like, damn. So I had like a whole nother 2 weeks. So I was like, damn. But it was okay. It was all good. But, you know, when the time came, it was like the evening time, like 6 or 7 in the evening time. I think we had just finished eating dinner. I think we just finished eating dinner, or we just finished cooking. I don't know. But I think I remember I had liver. I had beef liver and onions and kale, I think. That was my dinner. And then I started having contractions. Had a little bit of contractions here and there. It really mild, whatever like that. You know, intense, you know, it got more intense throughout the night. And like, I'll say like, but I had on I did my breathing exercises. I had on my hypnobirthing music I just found on YouTube. And I really just stayed in my room the whole time. I didn't leave the room at all. I like did switch different positions. I was on my bed, on my bouncing ball. I went to the tub. I sat over the toilet. Like, I was on the floor, all that. I did all the positions, you know, to keep my pelvis open. And I say like 4 o'clock hit, and I was like, oh, hold on, I feel something. And I thought it was a baby's head. And so I was looking, I had my leg up, and then I checked. I was like, Charles, I think the baby coming. And he looked, I was like, yeah, I see something. I felt down there. He kept looking. He was like, okay. We was checking. We was like, he was holding. He was looking to see the baby was gonna come, right? And I think he was looking behind me because I was on my all fours, I think. And he was like, I see it, but then it keeps going back in. So like, I was feeling for it, and I thought it was a baby. I felt something, and we thought it was a baby head, right? And it was just like not coming, like it wasn't moving, coming out, anything like that. So I was like, okay, well, let me go to the bathroom. And I sat in the toilet. Mind you, I originally wanted a water birth, and I was in the tub for a little bit. Then I was like, I don't like the tub, not comfortable. So I had got out the tub, but yeah, I went in the toilet, and I kind of like I think I put my leg up on the toilet seat, or like on the bathroom, like on the tub or something like that. And I was thinking if I open up more, it'll come out. So I'm feeling for it, nothing. So I sat down on the toilet. I think I sat down the toilet. And I actually got like video of me sitting on the toilet. And eventually it like, I felt something pop. I was like, oh. And like, cause I was holding myself the whole time. I was trying to feel like down there. I was touching it. I didn't know what it was. Some type of like soft jelly substance. And like, it popped. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, that was my water breaking. It was my water had broke. That's what it was. It was like my amniotic sac or whatever. It had popped. So I was like, oh, so that's when I knew it was about to get super intense, right? But yeah, so the water popped. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning by this time. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, my contraction started around 6, 7 afternoon in the evening. And then my water broke at 4 in the morning, right? And by that time, my water, you know, once the contractions get really intense, I was like, okay, hold on. So I ended up going on the bed because I was tired, right? So I laid down the bed just for a little bit because I was like getting really, really tired. And like I laid down the bed, I promise, like I tried to do different positions and all that. And no, I think I did get on the floor. No, I tried to do different positions and then I ended up just on the bed because I was just really tired. And I just lay there just for a little bit. And like an hour later, the baby was coming. And I was on all fours on my bed. And I kind of wish, like by that time, I was like, oh, I think the baby coming, right? Because you could feel it. And like, Charles was like, me and Charles didn't even think about getting my camera. Like, we literally recorded everything up to this point. And like, because Naomi was supposed to have been, originally, she's supposed to have been the videographer. She's supposed to be recording everything. But it was like 5 o'clock in the morning by this time. And we just want to think about waking her up because she was asleep. And, yeah, so I was on fours on the bed. Charles was behind when he was scrambling to get towels and all that stuff, right? And I do wish I got down off of the bed. Like I wish I was kind of like squatting and not on all fours, even though they say all fours is a good way to have the baby. But in this situation, I wish I was squatting, but whatever. I'm gonna continue my story. So Charles was behind me. The baby was coming out. Right? And like his head was just out. He's like, yeah, I can see his head. I can see his head. He got a lot of hair, blah, blah, blah. And like, he just saw the baby head. And that's all that came out. Like the rest of the baby body wouldn't come out. And I was just so like, I could not push. Even though you're not really supposed to push, but I didn't even have no strength to even do anything. Like the baby head was just like chilling. Like it was not, nothing else was coming out. And me and him started like getting like, oh, well, what we need, you know, what should we do, you know, stuff like that. Like I had read up on shoulder dystocia, stuff like that. And Charles was kind of trying to like move the baby around his hands and stuff. And he was like, the baby kind of was turning, like you could tell he was kind of losing oxygen for a little bit. So he was kind of getting scared a little bit. So I ended up like, it had to be like over a minute or so, 2 minutes. I don't know how long this was on. Like I was just on my hands and knees. And I'm like, damn, I should just like switch to like another position. But I eventually did. He was like, move your leg. So I ended up like move my leg up to like a racer. Like, you know how they, you know, when he's about to race and they had their one leg up and one leg back kind of situation like that. So I ended up like moving my leg up, I think. And that helped the baby come out. But everything, it would have been made so much like less like anxiety or like kind of being frantic or kind of like, oh my God. It wasn't like, oh my God, but at the same time, it was like, oh my God, like we got to get this baby out because he is losing oxygen. And if I would just been squatting, if I would just got on the floor and squatted or like held on to something, he probably would have just came down. But I was, because since I was like on my hands and knees, his shoulders was big as hell. Like mind you, he was 10 pounds. It was hard for him to come out. But he came out. I moved my legs and it all worked out. Charles got him out. And that's why I wish I would have recorded everything to see what was going on, you know, like, because, yeah, I didn't know. We both was like, we didn't really know what to do, but it worked out. I moved my leg up and the baby came out. And the baby was fine. He did not, like, you know, he was still breathing when he came out. And I wish I recorded that, but I did not. So, and in the pictures afterwards, when we was laying in the bed, I did not like them pictures. I was like, damn, these are the ugliest pictures of me. Like, anyways, I didn't like them. I didn't like my after pictures either. Like, when I was in the bed looking at them, because I had, like, stuff on my face, like crumbs. I'm like, damn, y'all didn't even make sure I was looking like some, or, like, you know. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, that's my story. You know, he came out, and after that, you know, I was holding him, you know, we weighed him and all that stuff, and like, I held him for a while. We kept his umbilical cord on for a minute. We didn't just like automatically just cut it, but we did not do I thought about doing a Lotus birth, but I don't know, I wasn't trying to be carrying around like the whole basket and all that and moving around and stuff with his umbilical cord attached to him. That just seemed like a bit much for me. So yeah, we didn't do that, but we did prolong the cutting, especially since we wanted to check for his blood type, because we did not you know, I'm blood type O. You know, they recommend you get like the RhoGAM shot, which I did not get. And I didn't get it with my last baby either. So they normally say, oh, you could be sensitized or whatever like that from your last birth, if the blood mixed and all this and that and stuff like that. So I wanted to check to see what he had, you know, what kind of blood type he had. But the only way without having to prick his foot or anything like that is to get it from like the cord blood. So we had to cut it. We waited a while, but we didn't wait too much long. Like, I said like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We kept the cord on like without cutting it. Then once we cut it, you know, we didn't want all the blood to be gone. So we had to cut it, you know. And we got a few drips of blood from that to test his blood. And he has my same blood. He O negative like me. So look at God. I didn't even have to get the RhoGAM shot, because the RhoGAM shot, like, oh, just in case he got other blood type and like your blood try to attack the baby. But look, my baby had the same blood type, so it didn't even matter. Like, that's how you know shit is like this. I was meant to do this. Like, I was blessed, you know, like, for going the way of like the way my ancestors did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to throw shade at anybody else who didn't do this, but I'm just talking about for me and my journey. I just know that I was looked out for because I did the way that I wanted to do it. And yeah, without all the like unnecessary things and like all the shit they do at the hospital and the doctor's office, that's just not necessary. I can't think of the word, but like, yeah. Okay, but yeah, we did skin to skin though. But mind you, I had blood everywhere. I drew blood everywhere. Like, started since I had a baby on the, like, in the bathroom. No, not bathroom. Had a baby on my bed. So from my bed to my bathroom, which is not that far of a walk, but I was dripping blood. I dripped blood everywhere. And yeah, and then the placenta didn't come out, like, came out maybe like an hour or two later. Like, the placenta really didn't take that long to come out, honestly. It came out, I was in the shower. I took a shower. It came out in the shower when I was washing myself. Like, I had took this stuff that helps your placenta comes out. It helps you contract and stuff. And I just lift my my leg up in the tub, and I think it came out that way. I really don't remember, but I feel like it just fell out in the tub. which I still have my placenta, is currently in my freezer because I don't know what to do with it. I want to plant it, but we live in an apartment complex and I just don't know where to plant it. I remember I planted Charlie's in a plant, like, but I don't even have that plant anymore, low key. So I don't even have that shit anymore. So I don't want to just plant it anyway. So I'm just gonna hold on to it till I figure out what to do with it. We got rid of Way-Ways, like we just tossed his. So yeah, we did skin to skin, and then I breastfed him. Well, I breastfed him immediately, like after, you know, he was born. And then we went to sleep. This was like I had him around 5 something. We went to we washed off and stuff. I didn't really wash him though, but the line is moving. And once all that happened, I cleaned myself up. We went to sleep. It was daylight out by the time we went to sleep though. So I slept for like a few hours. And yeah, I mean, when I woke up the next, like when I won't say the next day because it was still the same day. Once I woke up from my nap, I could not walk. I was like, oh my God, like I could definitely tell I just had a baby. Like my shit was so stretched out. I could barely walk to my bathroom, like, which is like 3 feet away. Probably a little bit longer. Yeah, like maybe 4 feet away. But it's in my room. So the bathroom is in my room. And I could not walk. And I was like, oh my God, like, this shit is painful. But it went away. And I have not been to an OBGYN to check check and make sure everything's okay with me. I just been having faith in my herbs and exercising and my diet.
Don't open the door. Don't close it.
So yeah, that was like my birth story. I hope y'all was able to follow along. But yeah, I'm always encouraging women, especially women like me, to have the birth you want. Stop. Like, you don't have to continue the cycle of just going to the hospital, or like, just don't be scared of just giving birth at home, because it's less stress, and less complications. Like, it's really not that many complications that happen at home than it is at the hospital. Like, way more shit happens at the hospital because they have all these interventions that are unnecessary. Yeah, and then just being in the hospital is it's a lot. And then they treat you like you're stupid, you don't know anything. I'm gonna post another video after, because I had watched a video of somebody's birth story yesterday, and it was very disheartening. And I'm gonna post another video about just my thoughts on that, because this girl, she wanted a free birth and she didn't do one because she was just scared. So I'm gonna post another video about just about my thoughts on that. But yeah, if you watch this whole video to the end, thank you, I appreciate you. Peace.